This conference will now be recorded.
I just want you to remember this point, guys, please. When I ask for homework, it doesn't need to be especially for the speaking part. If you are not good enough, do not hesitate to record yourself, because that's the whole reason. When I ask you to record yourself, it's for me to know every and each one of you, where you weak, where I should work more with you. The record helped me more than in class time, because you are by yourself, you are not getting distracted by anything or anyone, and I am with you by myself, fully listening to you to find out where I should help you more. So don't say, oh, I cannot record the letters, I didn't have enough time to listen, to practice. No, do as much, even if you can do just one section, do it just to show me where you need help in every single part. Even if it's the writing, just say, I couldn't do that because I'm not good in it enough and I need extra time or extra help. Okay, guys? And so let's start now. I'm gonna introduce myself and I'm gonna ask each one of you to introduce yourself. And we're gonna do that to the end of the semester. Whatever vocabulary we learn, introducing, whatever things we learn, we're gonna activate it at the beginning of the class. Again, Shabab, please do not write anything in English. Try to push yourself to see the letter, the word in Arabic and pronounce them in Arabic. It's like you yourself cheating on yourself, because you don't want to look weak or not smart enough. You go and write the word with English letters. Don't do that to yourself. Be late, be slow, but do it right. Because once you do it right, you will, it's like you are taking one step, but you are carrying 300 pounds with you, more than one things. But when you write it in English, like you are really carrying nothing but faking number in your hand, that telling yourself, oh, I can speak it. You can't. So just this, do it to yourself. Do whatever comfortable for you. But from my experience, this will never help you to learn any language. When you go to learn language, don't put your English in it. Stay just with it. Then come back to your English. It's like muscle. If you train your tongue to the Arabic letters and your brain to the look of the Arabic letters, how it's look and sound, you're gonna read it anywhere you are. But once you write the English one, you will never ever be able to write and read. And you will forget the language very fast, because it's like you are taking something to lose weight. Once you stop it, you're gonna gain the weight, all the weight. It's different than you go to the gym and build your muscle, which is, even if you don't go 1 week, you still have your muscle. It's fine. Okay, Shabab? So I'm gonna start with myself. Assalamu alaikum. أنا اسمي سلوى من مدينة أن أربر في ولاية Michigan. Now I'm gonna ask Ikram, introduce yourself, حبيبي.
السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي إكرام من مدينة يبسلانتي ولاية ميشيغان.
في ولاية
ميشيغان. في ولاية ميشيغان.
أحسنتي. I love your smile.
Thank you.
محمد يلا حبيبي.
السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي محمد السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي محمد. أنا في المدينة إيست لانسينغ في ولاية ميشيغان.
أحسنت. Good job. And Katie, introduce yourself.
السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي كيتي من مدينة آن أربر في ولاية ميشيغان.
أحسنتي. Thank you. Aliyah.
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, I got real excited. Sorry, let's start over. Okay.
Whatever you do today, I am okay. She didn't sleep the whole night, so we have to handle everything today. Go for it.
Okay. All right. Let's do the other one. All right. Mahaba. Ana ismi Aliyah. Min Madinat. Well, min Madinat Pontiac, fi Walayat, Michigan.
Thank Good job. Layla.
السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي ليلى من مدينة Iowa City في ولاية Iowa.
أحسنتي. And I will not ask Sophia, she is arriving. And Lucy, can you introduce yourself?
اسمي لوسي من مدينة كلينتون في ولاية ميشيغان.
Okay, Lucy, start with a greeting. Assalamu alaikum or marhaba, one of those.
مرحبا. اسمي لوسي من مدينة كلينتون في ولاية ميشيغان.
Okay, I want you to say أنا اسمي.
You said أنا?
Yes, say
Okay.
أنا. Say أنا اسمي.
أنا اسمي.
Say من مدينة.
من مدينة.
في ولاية.
في ولاية.
ولاية. Now, who can tell me how we say city in Arabic?
مدينة.
أحسنتي. How we can say from in Arabic? Muhammad. Say it again. Min. And by the way, Muhammad, I have Aliyah who didn't sleep yesterday, but she's a little bit more awake than you. So I think you didn't sleep yesterday.
Yeah.
And who can tell me how we say in Arabic?
في.
أحسنتي. في. How you can say my name in Arabic? Katie. I know Katie knows.
أنا اسمي.
اسمي. أنا اسمي. أحسنتي. How we can say book in Arabic? Who know?
كتاب.
أحسنت. كتاب. How we can say door in Arabic?
باب.
باب. عافية ليلى. أحسنتي ليلى. كيدي. باب. How we can say we said city, we said wilaya, we said in, we said from. Okay, how we can say my door?
بابي.
بابي. عافية بالبنات. How we can say my book?
كتابي.
كتابي. أحسنتي كيدي. So if I tell Aliyah marhaba, how you gonna respond to me?
Mahabten.
أحسنتي. مرحبتين. If I tell Layla assalamu alaikum, how your response going to be?
وعليكم السلام.
عليكم السلام. أحسنتي. if I say to Ikram, صباح الخير, how you gonna respond to me?
صباح النور.
أحسنتي. If I say to Lucy, مساء الخير, how you gonna respond?
مساء النور.
مساء النور. أحسنت. أحسنت أبو الشباب. So, Shabab, we're gonna activate that every time we keep. Did I send you the handouts for today or not? I didn't.
I don't think so.
By the way, I even did the sharing and everything, but it seems I was talking to my brain. I told him, do you think I sent it? He said, I don't think so. Then we have kind of conversation with my brain. So let me share it right now, guys, with you. This will not take that much, but I hope I will do it very fast. Why I open all these things here? Okay. No. I'm sorry, Shabab. It's gonna take a minute. And is it easy, Shabab, now? Do you receive anything while we are here? I want to show you where you find your stuff. All the time when you open your page, now I am on my own page, on Selwa page. But if I press here, I will go to what you see, okay? So if I go to, do you see all of that? That's not good. I think this is what I see, not what you see. I hope so. So you go here. And all the time, whatever communication I have with you, I will press here, announcement. And you will see whatever I want to communicate with you here on the announcement part. So in case you lose for whatever reason, go to the announcement. This is a good video in case you want to look more into the letters. Another things, I usually put some stuff. Let me see if it's showing. Learning units. I want to see if you have anything. Yes, just to press learning units, you will find a few stuff very useful, some videos in your spare time. Look at them. Honestly, it's very, very rich videos, and I did them especially for you. So all these videos, reading, some of them I found a few videos very useful in YouTube. I put them, and here, this reading, for example, you need it. Even if you go to the next level, you need this reading, and there is another one. I'm gonna upload it too. So you need to practice it. So you know where you find it? On learning units. So usually anything extra, I'll put it here. It will help you a lot. Let me go to my section to send you what I want to send. And yeah, Shabab, so in case if there is any kind of confusing for you, just go to 22. I literally thought I did send it, honestly. Yes. So yeah, whoever want to print it, print it. If you want to look with me or if you want to look in your own screen, do you? Okay. So let's go to day one. I want to see who can read the letters for me. Lucy, can you read these letters for me, please?
I didn't really get a chance to go over those that much yet, so I don't really quite remember. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, don't be sorry, Habibi. It's fine. Where is Layla? Layla, can you read them?
Yes. This is the Fatha
Yes, Habibi.
vowel, correct? Okay. A, B, T, C, J, H, K, D, C, R, Z, T, Sh, F, D, T, V, A,
No,
G.
one
No?
second. No, 1 second. This is the or the. This is the. This is ta.
Oh, did I not say that?
No, I didn't hear it. Ta. Say it again.
T,
Ta. Yeah,
T,
okay.
A, G, F, Q, K, L, M, N, H, W, Y.
Ahsant. So Shabab, every single day we have to revisit the letters just to make sure you are good with the writing and everything around the letters. Muhammad, can you read the Kasra, Habibi?
Yeah. E, B, T, C, G, H, Chi, D, D, R, Z, C, She, Ci, Di, 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 Ri, Ri, Fi, Qi, Ki, Li, Mi, Ni, Hi, Wi, Yi.
Ahsant. Thank you. And Ikram, can you do the Dhamma, Habibi?
U, Bu, Tu, Thu, Ju, Hu, Ku, Lu, Du, Lu, Ru, Zu, Su, Shu, Su, Lu, 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 U, Ku, Fu, Ku, Ku, Lu, Mu, Nu, Hu, Wu, Yu.
Ahsanti. So, Shabab, you remember yesterday when I told you Arabic letters is phonetic. And the word in Arabic language is created by layers. So it's the consonant, then the vowel, then sometimes we have sukun and shadda. We're going to talk about them later. But now let's work with whatever we have. So here in this reading, which I want you to tell me if it's helpful enough or not. See how I'm gonna read it. So this letter, it is K, but there is Kesra underneath it. So now it is Ki, Ki. And this is Ta, and there is Fatha above it. So it is Ta. So how we read these two letters? Ki, Ta. Ki, te, ki, te. Then I have ah. And this you remember yesterday when we talked about the long vowel. The minute you look at the alif has no short vowel, and the consonant that precedes the alif has a short vowel that match the alif sound, which is fatha. We said fatha match alif, kasra match ya, dhamma match the waw, okay? So in this case, I have kita, kita, and ba, it is kitab, kitab, which mean book. Kitab, it mean book. And now when it's connected, this letter, when you connect it, you have this word, kitab, kitab. See, you give a little bit more life to the alif. The second word, ka, te, kate, kate, be, katabe, 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 katabe. It means he wrote. So katabe is a verb in the past tense. It means he wrote, not she, he wrote, okay? Third word, mim and fatha, it is me, me, and kaf, mek, mek. And by the way, here there is sukun. I'm sorry, I didn't change the language. Mek, mek, and ta and fatha, mekte, mekte. Then I have ba fatha, mektebe, 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 mektebe. Mektebe, it means library, the building, the location where we go and read or borrow books, library, or the bookshelves in the houses or in the sometimes in the offices where you store your book or organize your book. Okay, so maktaba in Arabic language used in two places, the library or the bookshelf. And here I add kasra, it should be fatha. Okay. Sheen and fatha, sh, sh, and ra and kasra, shari, shari, and ba and fatha, shariba, 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 shariba. It means he drank. And here I want you to know the word drunk in English, it's linked to liquor. In Arabic, it's not like that. Shariba, it's come when you did drink water, milk, juice, or alcohol. However, whatever he is shariba, in Arabic language, you have to emphasize. So we say, Muhammad sharib al-qahwa, which means Muhammad drank the coffee. In the past tense, he did drink it already. So sharib a verb in the past tense, it means he did drink, okay? So remember, when we say drunk in Arabic, we do not mean that you pass out in your brain department, okay? Here we have Is it big enough, Shabab, or you want me to make it bigger? Okay. Now we have da, ra, dara, dara, darasa, 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 darasa. It means he studied. He did, studied, and finished. So, darasa, it's a verb in the past tense. It means he studied. Darasa. In this word, if you look at it, each letter by itself, no letter is connected to others. Why? Because the first letter is dal, connect just to the letters before it, will never connect to the letters after it. Darasa, the ra, come after the dal. So dal will not connect to the new people, and ra is already will not connect to the new people. So he cannot connect to the dal, even though they have the same personality, but still he cannot connect to new letters. Then the scene by itself come at the end, so it's gonna sit this way. Now, ka, si, le, kasila. He's being lazy. Okay, so again, why you didn't study? Muhammad didn't study because he felt lazy. So kasila, it's a verb in the past tense. It means he was or he's being lazy in the past tense. Okay, he had been lazy. And ba'u, 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 de, ba'u, de, ba'ude, 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 ba'ude. Do you see the ayn when it's attached? Look totally different. Ba'ude. It means he, in the past tense, he get farther, far away. Okay, so ba'uda in a place or in body or in thinking. Ba'uda, he get farther. Me, med, 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 ra, med, ra, medra, se, medra, se, madrasa, madrasa. It means school. And madrasa here, it is shadda. We're gonna talk about shadda. When you see this sign, there is meaning. What's the meaning? In the background of this word, there is two dal. But if we write them both, we're gonna say madrasa, and it's wrong. So we add shadda in a meaning that when you reach this letter, double it in your mouth, make it bigger, give it more sound. Med, see, madrasa, madrasa, okay? And it means school. Madrasa, it means school. Mu, mude, mudar, mudarris, 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 it means male teacher. male teacher. مدرس. درس. It means he taught. He taught. So درس, it's a verb in the past tense. It means he did taught someone. Now, this point I'm going to talk about it now, but we're going to come to it later and we're going to explain it more. And there is a video for those of you who want to learn faster and they know themselves more advanced in Arabic than others. There is video about ta marbuta in the learning unit. When I said madrasa and maktaba, now every single one, bear up with me. When I said maktaba and when I said madrasa, you did felt me like I am saying fatha. It is literally sound like fatha. Kataba, maktaba, isn't it? So you are looking at ta marbuta, but I am saying at the end. I'm not saying ta. Like when you introduce yourself for me, you said, I am min Medinat. You said it ta, isn't it? You said, Ana min Medi. Man, it's so bad. And Lucy here had writing better than mine, so that's not helpful. Ana min Medinat fi wilayat, isn't it? Do you know what I'm talking about, or some of you zoned out? So you will say, okay, Selwa, that's so confusing. This is ta marbuta, this is ta marbuta, this is ta marbuta. Why here you make it sound fatha? Why here you make it sound ta? Ta. Medinat wilayat. I'm going to tell you why, and you can go to the video and look for more examples faster. Even Medina and Wilaya, if it's written by itself, or if you describe it, if you give it any kind of adjective, it will sound like Fatha. So I will say Maktaba Kabira. This is an Maktaba Kabira. This is a big library. Or I will say Maktaba Jadida. This is a new library. I will say Medina Nadifa. This is a clean city. I will say Wilaya Ba'ida. This is a far state. So in reality, what you are hearing so far when I'm talking, you are hearing me saying, I'm sorry. Oh my God. You are hearing me saying Fatha again and again. But with Medina and Wilaya, what you heard from me, you heard Ta marbuta. So this ta marbuta, shabab, please focus with me with this point. And if you want, write it down in your notebook. The ta marbuta, which is we use it to differentiate the masculine from feminine. So every single things and adjective has ta marbuta. It is feminine. It is not masculine. Okay? But sometimes this ta marbuta, we read it like a ta, real ta. And sometimes we read it like a fatha. So we are going to read it like a ta every time, come in the meaning of ownership, possessive. We say, for example, the word sayyara, which means car. سيارة has تاء مربوطة. I will say سيارة جديدة. Do you hear any تاء? No. You are hearing just فتحة. I will say سيارة جديدة. But if I say this, Aliyah car, what I will say? I will say سيارة Aliyah جديدة. I will say Aliyah's car is new. So once I linked it to the ownership or to the possessive construction in the sentence, you gonna pronounce it like ta marbuta. Any other way, if it's by itself or if you add adjective to it, it's going to sound like fatha. These things even Arabic students don't know it and don't recognize it. So please don't be harsh on yourself when you miss it. And I'm sure if I ask Ikram or Muhammad now, I'm sure both of them never heard about this note. So please keep it in your mind. When you say just Medina, سيارة, I saw a car, رأيت سيارة. This is a car, هذه سيارة. It is فتحة. But if you say مدينة Ann Arbor, the city of Ann Arbor, ولاية Michigan, the state of Michigan. You see? Are we friends so far? Any hate?
I just wanted to clarify
Yes,
something.
Habibi.
So when you said that the dhamma marbuta, it reads as ta. Can you repeat that again?
Yes, Habibi. Yes.
Sorry.
So it is the ta marbuta, Galo. It's not dhamma marbuta. It is this. The ta marbuta sometimes come this way when it's attached, and sometimes come this way when it is not attached, like sayyara, which means car. Why it's not attached? Because this ta marbuta come after ra. Ra don't like new people. Don't forget that. Ra, zai, dal, val, waw, alif. Don't like new people, okay? So this ta marbuta, when I read this reading for you, I said mektabe and I said madrasa. So it is sound like fatha, isn't it? Like dal fatha, da, la, sa, ba, sa. You see? Fatha. And here I'm saying maktaba, madrasa. And you will tell me, Selwa, you just said this ta marbuta. Isn't should sound ta? Like when I introduce myself, you said Medinat Ann Arbor, and you said Wilayet Michigan. Why here this ta marbuta sound real ta, and here it is sound like fatha? What's going on? Because once this ta marbuta, if the noun or the adjective come by itself, you're gonna read it fatha. You will not read it ta. If it come as a description, as an adjective, so I'm just saying, for example, Layla Jamila, Layla beautiful. The ta marbuta in Jamila, it sound it doesn't sound te. If I say Medina, beautiful city, I will say Medina Jamila. Both of them has ta marbuta, and both of this ta marbuta sound like it doesn't sound like te. So when it come like just you describe it, or by itself, it's going to be read like فتحة. You don't read it like ta. But once it's ownership, this is like we said, Ali's car. This is Ikram City. This is Katie's idea. All the time, it's going to sound ta. Like when you say Medinet Ann Arbor, the city of Ann Arbor. Wilayet Michigan, the state of Michigan. Ownership, belonging, possessive. But and again, Fikret Katie. This is Katie's idea. Fikret. You see? Ta. Okay, Habibi? Is this clear?
Yes, very, very clear. Thank you.
My pleasure, Galop. And again, you will find a video and we're gonna come to it again more and more. So let's see who gonna read for us. Now, I'm gonna ask Muhammad Abu Rijal. Read, Habibi.
كتاب كتب مكتب
مكتبة.
مكتبة شرب درس
عافية.
كسل
عافية.
بعد
عافية.
مدرسة مدرس
أحسنت.
درس
درس.
درس.
أحسنت. أحسنت. Let's go to Katie.
كتاب كتب
Yeah.
مكتبة
أحسنت.
شرب
أحسنت.
درس
Yeah.
كسل
Yeah.
بعيد
بعودة.
بعودة
عافية.
مدرسة
عافية.
مدرسة
مدرس.
مدرس
مدرس. عافية.
مدرس
أحسنتي. أحسنتي. بارك الله فيك. ليلى. يلا قلب.
كتاب كتب
أحسنتي.
مكتبة
عافية.
شرب
شرب. أحسنتي.
درس
درس. عافية.
Sorry, I'm struggling.
Me and you, don't be sorry. We just took it, okay? We're just practicing, okay? كسي لا. Say كسيلة.
كسل
عافية.
بعد
بعودة. أحسنتي. مدرسة.
مدرسة
مدرس. There is no A. عافية. درس. أحسنتي. درس. Okay. And don't feel shy, guys. You can read, I read, and then you read after me. We just practice it, do more at home. And Abdurrahman, you are signing here, but I don't see you anywhere. Hello, Abdurrahman. Hello. Tell us about you. This is someone who was hidden. I just found you. How are you, Abdurrahman? Oops, I don't know what's going on here. Let me find myself. Yep. Abdurrahman, you are muted, Habibi.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Now,
Yeah, my name is Abdurrahman Ibrahim, and I'm from Nigeria.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So I'm taking this class as one of the prerequisites of my course.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's elective?
It would be. I'm not sure it's elective. It is required. It's part of the requirement.
Yeah.
I'm in University of Michigan, so I'm trying to transfer it in as one of the prerequisites for. You have to learn one. Is it global GS or something like that?
Yeah. So, do you have any kind of interest in the language as a person?
Yeah. Of course.
Good. What you are studying so far?
Is economics.
So that's good. So the money game.
No.
Okay. Did you have time to watch the video yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you think you can practice reading with me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, wonderful. So read. Whenever you stop, I will push you. Okay?
Yeah. Besiba. Is it?
No.
Besiba, right?
No. Key. Do you see with me exactly where I am pointing?
Yes, I see.
Okay. So key tab.
Okay, kitab.
Kitab.
Kasiba.
كتب.
Kataba.
مكتبة.
Maktaba.
عافية. مكتبة.
Maktaba. Siriba.
عافية. شاربة. This one.
Daras.
درس. أحسنت. Good job. This one.
Kabila.
No. كسلة.
Kasila, sorry.
Okay. This one.
Bahuda.
بعودة. أحسنت.
Madrasa.
مدرسة. This one.
Mudarras.
مدرس. أحسنت. This one.
Dars.
درس. أحسنت. Thank you. Lucy, do you think you can read, Habibi?
I can. I can't roll my R's though, so bear with me.
Yeah, I like it. And I cannot say the American R, so we are equal here.
Kitab.
Yeah.
Ketebe.
Yeah.
Mektebe.
Yeah.
Sharibe.
Senti.
Deresa.
Senti.
Kesila.
Yeah.
Baruda.
Senti.
Medrase.
Yeah.
Muderes.
عافية.
Deres.
عافية بالبنات. Thank you. Good job. So, Shabab, as much as you can practice reading, it's like you practice writing. And another note here, I want you to, when you look at kitab, kataba maktaba, don't you like, you feel what's going on? They are looking the same. So look at كتب. كتب, he did. This is verb in the past tense. That means he did, wrote. We done. From these three letters, if you look here, kitab has the same three letters, but it has alif extra. So this is book. Kataba, he wrote. Kitab is book. Maktaba, it is a library. And there is more word. For example, katib, it means a writer. So these things, it's so helpful for you in Arabic language that we have three letters. And from these three letters, I can have the doer, the verb, the place where the action happened, the past participle, a lot of things you can derive from these three letters. And this is we name it, of course, the roots and the patterns in Arabic language. And this is the best way that you can tell, is this word, is it Arabic or not Arabic? It's so from, if you can derive more word from it or not. We have a few words, it's not Arabic word, inherited from, with the years, but at the end, the language in general, so any word we take it or we are using it from another culture or another language, in reality, we have a one in Arabic, we use it. So it doesn't mean, for example, let's say, for example, in English, if we take the word express or export and import, if we say, oh, it's a Greek, and we give it to the Greek, we don't have any other word for it to replace it in English. In Arabic, totally different. When we have word that we use it, we took it from somewhere. In reality, we have word in Arabic there. It's just with the years we start using it. The word, we have a lot of words, many words, but like the word ustad, which means teacher. Muallim and mudarris. Muallim is a teacher and mudarris is a teacher in Arabic. Muallim, we use it for religious, who teach you any religious things or any kind of things, any kind of whatever you want to study, but not academic study. So from elementary and any kind of skills in life, you will say muallim. But from high school, middle school, high school, and the high school, you will say mudarris. Mudarris. Okay? Then we inherit the word ustad, which is not Arabic word. So ustad, usually ustad and ustada, it's used in college like a professor. And so just this word. So if we take ustad and give it back, still we have mudarris and muallim, which mean a teacher. Okay? And I did something just to link what I am saying in this reading. And I translate every single word. Another things, put it in your mind in Arabic language. One word in Arabic language, it will be translated to full sentence. Okay, not everything, but especially the verbs. Okay, so for example, here we have ye, yek, yaktubu, yaktubu. And here it's yaktubu when it's attached. And the meaning, he writes or he is writing. Yaktubu. Here, tek, tektu, tektubu, 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 tektubu. She is writing or she writes. So yektubu and tektubu. Ne, nek, nektu, nektubu, 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 nektubu. We are writing. Ek, ektu, ektubu, 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 ektubu. I am writing or I write. Ke, te, kete, ketebe, 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 he wrote. And just a reminder, in case you didn't read your syllabus very thoroughly in this week, here I will teach you everything about present tense, not past tense. So past tense and the command verb, it's something in 122. And it's way easier than present tense. Present tense, it's all easy once you grab the base to work with it. So يكتب, تكتب, نكتب, اكتب, كتب. يسلم, 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 يسلم. To say, to say, to sell, تسلم, 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 يسلم, تسلم. نسلم, 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 نسلم. Say, and here I forget to add another or double dhamma. Say, أسل, أسلم, أسلم, أسلم. I'm greeting. سل, سلم, سلم, سلم. Are we friends so far?
I had a question.
Yes, Gallo.
Could you scroll up a little bit?
Yes.
So when we're doing the Arabic word for I am writing and I am greeting,
Yes.
how come in the connected word there's only one accent for the two words, for the two letters?
I am writing and I am greeting.
Yeah.
Which letters? You mean yaktub and yusallim?
No, the I am writing, the
Yeah, aktubu.
yeah. So the ta and the ba in the individual letters have accents on the top.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, this is your lazy teacher.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it meant something.
No. So it is so annoying to use the Arabic keyboard. Let me show it to you guys so you will laugh with me. So it has many layers, not just the letters. You need the vowels too. So, and for me to move from writing the letters to the vowels, it takes extra one step in the keyboard. So I have to change something to go to the vowels. So that's why I get lazy.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
No, don't be sorry. You are right. Okay. And I used to have a student like that. And because of him, that's why I'm telling you every single question, it's valid. And he couldn't read anything without vowels. Before him, I didn't care, honestly, and the student will do it. But he will get so irritated to the level I went through all my work. I add vowels everywhere. Let's do it. So even these two readings, honestly, I created them for him during his time. So this wasn't there even. Okay, Haba.
So
Yes.
if we're reading from an Arabic book, will the vowels not be written like this?
Nope.
No?
If you read Quran or maybe Hadith, you will see the vowels. But once you read any formal book, normal book or normal text, usually you will not see the vowels. But most of the time, you will see the vowels at the very end of the letters. And when you go more advanced with Arabic, even the vowel on the last letter, you will not see it. I wish I have here Arabic book, normal book to show you. But next class, I will have it ready to show it to you. So if you work, for example, as an anchors in TV or an organization or something, and they hand you the paper to read it, there is no one vowel. You just have the letters and you figure out the vowel through using the language. I know, Aliyah. I know this is not good. Now it's not good. But later it will be better, believe me. You will feel it. No, and just to make it, to confuse you more a little bit, I want you to know when the Arabic language at the beginning, we didn't have even dots. There is no dots even. And because a lot of non-Arabic people start coming to Baghdad and to Arabic countries to study. So maybe after Islam, around 100 years, they start adding dots to the language. So people will be able to differentiate. So imagine you have ta and ba and tha, which is, you know, this has many dots. There wasn't dot. So people will know it from the way it is put. I do that for my students sometimes, just to fun things. So look at this. I'm gonna delete it after I write it. You see, don't you look? You feel what's going on here, Selwa? Don't you feel that? It's real sentence. قيل قبل قليل قتل فيل. Feel, it means elephant. قتل, it means killed. قليل, a little while, a little bit or a little while. قبل, before. قيل, said. Said or has been said. A little while, elephant has been killed. When you look at it, it's look almost the same, the letters. But what saves us, the dots, isn't it? قاف ياء لام قاف باء لام. It's completely the same. قتل قاء تاء لام فيل فاء ياء لام. If I just take قليل away, which means a little bit, just look at it. And yes, the language has dots, then it has the vowels with the development of more people went to Arabic countries, this in the even before the Renaissance time, and people were going there to study math, philosophy, medic. It was the first place in the whole world. They have full law, full. It's weird how sometimes you see these very strong countries or culture, how they go down to the level nowhere. And I don't know if any one of you interested with history showing that, for example, Spain, this is Spain and Portugal, it was the very, very first empires in the whole world who was going out and taking over other countries. So it's so interesting how everything starts like a little baby, grow, then very strong, then get old and diminished. So countries like a human being. And the reason why I believe this will never happen to America, will never ever happen to America, because this country very open. And when you as a human being open all the time to learn, there is no age. You will never lose your mind, memory, health, beauty, whatever. And again, if you look at geography and look at history, small towns and rural place and small lakes when it's closed, the lake closed, during the time we lose, no matter how much big this lake, it's going to be diminished and forgotten. And a small rural place or places where it's closed with their thought people or whatever, it's diminished with the time. It's like dinosaur. But when you are open like a river, like an ocean, you have a lot of opening, you're gonna grow more. That's why cities keep growing, and small rural places and farmer places, it's die with the time. So yeah, that's what brought us to the subject. So Shabab, take 10 minutes and come back. We're gonna finish the rest of the class. Thank you so much, guys.
This conference will now be recorded.
Assalamu alaikum, Shabab. Hello.
وعليكم السلام.
وعليكم السلام.
وعليكم السلام.
طبعا I left the mic open, the camera open. I didn't notice it, and my son has a problem with his stomach. So so Shabab, let's keep going just with this reading, then we're gonna move to other subjects. So we're gonna take just this and this and يدرس. So يدر 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 يدرس 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 تدرس 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 ندرس ندرو ندرس 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 أد أدر أدر أدرس أدرس در درس درس درس. Is it helpful, guys, to read it this way or not?
It's
It
very
is.
helpful.
It's helping me notice the patterns of when you're talking about, well, when you're talking about a man versus a woman, and then a group versus just yourself. So I'm starting to see the patterns in all the phrasing.
Smart. So this is what I was about to ask you. So if you look at it in reality, every single past tense here, it's 3 letters. And it means he did. And this 3 letters in reality, Arabic grammarian take this 3 letters and build up. So if you look at it, this 3 letters, if you add alif hamza at the beginning to the past tense, that means he did, you're going to have I am doing. You see? So أكتب أسلم أدرس, everything starts with alif hamza. And if you add noon to the verb that's in the past tense, and you add just noon at the beginning, you're going to have we are doing. نكتب نسلم ندرس. And you don't need to write note now, but I will show you everything. I organize it. I will show it to you now. And every time you add ta at the beginning of the past tense, you're gonna have she is doing something. تكتب تسلم تدرس. And every time you add ya at the beginning of the past tense, that means he did. Be very careful, not any past tense, because if she did, they did, I did, it's not the same if he did. So the base, you need he did, then you work on he did. When you add ya, yaktubu, yusallimu, yadrusu. You see? So I want you to practice these 3 and see what you can, then we're gonna add to it. So I'm gonna ask Muhammad, if you don't mind, Muhammad, can you read them?
Yeah, but where do you want me to read until?
Start yaktubu and kataba. So read just these.
Okay. يكتب تكتب نكتب أكتب كتب.
Afia, ahsant. Katie, can you read?
يسلم
Afia, yusallim.
يسلم
Afia.
تسلم.
Ahsanti, that's it. That's it. Thank you. No, that's it. Just these
just
two.
those 2? Okay, that's fine.
Yes, Habibi, thank you. Let's go to Ikram.
نسلم
Afia.
أسلم.
عافية. That's it. Let's
Okay.
go to Aliyah.
Salama.
سلم. عافية. أحسنتي. This one.
Yadarasu.
أحسنتي. يدرس. عبد الرحمن.
أدرسه.
This one I need.
Okay. يكسر.
No. تدرس.
تدرس. Sorry.
عافية. This one, can you read it?
Me again, Abdul.
This one. Yes, عبد الرحمن.
Okay. تكسر. تدرس.
This تدرس. This is ندرس.
ندرس. Sorry.
ندرس. عافية. Let me see where is Layla. Layla.
يدرس.
No, this one.
Oh, sorry. إدرس.
أدرس.
أدرس.
And this one?
درس.
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 أحسنتي. Thank you, Gallup. So now I will go somewhere. Let's see if I have it out, which I should. Now you will hate me with passion. That's perfectly fine. After almost close to the end. It's texting me. I'm sorry, guys. This is the situation. I don't know how disconnect my phone to the thing. So I don't want you to study all of this now because this is going to take the whole semester. Okay. But what I did here, I put all the separated pronouns in Arabic. And with it, I put with every separated pronoun, the attached pronoun that work with it usually. Okay? Then there is mostly the attached pronoun that work with it, just with the nouns. Then the attached pronoun that work just with the verbs, which the verb one is the one who replaces the verb to be in English, okay? And so what I want you to see, for example, أنا, which means I am. If you want to say something, this is mine, you need ya at the end, like اسمي, أنا اسمي, كتابي, بيتي. I forget to put the timer. Today is my forgetting time. So I'm so sorry, guys. So let me just take a few minutes. So you need ya, babi, kitabi, ummi, my mom, darsi, my class, okay? But if you want to say, I am doing something, which is in the present tense, you need alif at the beginning of the verb. Like أنا أكتب, I am writing. أنا أمشي, I am walking. Okay? With نحن, which mean we need noon alif at the end of the noun to own it. So kitabuna, kitabuna, our book. Baytuna, our house. Babuna, our door. Okay? And we need noon at the beginning of the verb to make it we are doing something. Okay, like نكتب, ندرس, نسلم, ننام. Okay, then you have أنت with فتحة. أنت, it means you, the masculine singular. I will send you this attached so you print it, play with it as much as you want, and there is more to it. But when you receive, when you print it, sit down in front of the record and see whatever information you want to write. So if I am looking at Abdurrahman, I will tell him, أنت طالب جيد. You are a good student. But if I am looking at Katie, I will tell her, أنت طالبة جيدة. You are a good student, because she's a female and he's male. And in Arabic language, in every single part of the speech, you have to tell me, are you speaking to feminine or masculine? In English, we end up with he, she, and S, like actor, actress, and other different way to make it, but in Arabic, in every single part. That's why the agreement is the most heavy duty part for you and for even Arabic speaker to make the whole sentence, the parts agree with each other. And in Arabic language, these three things so important. The gender, who is speaking, and the number. So if I am speaking to one, it's not the same if I am speaking to two or to three, totally different. So number, gender, and the position of the speaker. If you are first person, second person, or third person. So if you look here, أنا and نحن, it's the first person, the one who are speaking. أنت and أنتِ, it's the second person. I'm speaking to them. I'm addressing my talk to Katie and to Abdurrahman. So with Abdurrahman, if anyone talk to male, you're gonna tell him أنت. If you are talking to female, you're gonna tell her أنتِ. Okay? And if you are addressing your talk to Abdurrahman, in this case, you want to tell him this is yours. So not him saying this is mine. If he's saying this is mine, he will say ismi. But if I am the one who telling him your name, it will be ismuke. Ism, then I add kaf, fatha. Ismuke. And if I am talking to Katie, I will tell her ismuki. So with a female, you need kaf fatha. With male, kesra. With male, you need kaf fatha. Okay? And if I want to tell I am addressing my talk to someone and I am tell him, you are doing something. If he's male, I need ta at the very beginning. And if she's female, I need ta at the beginning and ya noon at the end. So if I am talking to Abdurrahman, I will tell him أنت تكتب. You are writing. أنت تكتب. So what I did, I add ta to the verb كتب in the past. With Katie, I will say تكتبين. Ya and noon. تكتبين. Okay, تكتبين. تكتب and تكتبين. So far, I want you to work and study just these parts. Study them as much as you can, no more than what you can. Okay, so I will show you what I did for this, and you help me with your suggestion and your idea how we can make it easier for you. What I did here, I put the noun كاتب and I put the noun كتاب, which mean book, and I put the verb كتب, which mean he wrote. He did wrote and he did done everything. So with كاتب, and I want you to say, for example, I am a writer, okay? You will say, if Abdurrahman talk, he will say, أنا كاتب. أنا كاتب. But if Katie talks, she will say, أنا كاتبة, because she's a female. أنا كاتبة. If Abdurrahman and Katie, both of them want to say, this is my book, both of them, they will say كتابي. كتابي, so they add ya at the end. And both of them, if they want to say, I am writing, they will say, أنا أكتب, or just أكتب. أكتب, it's mean I am writing right now, or I write, okay? I will explain نحن for you now, but you don't want to study it now till we go to the plural subject, which we are not there yet. So if all of you mix feminine and masculine, you want to say we are writers, you will say نحن كاتبون, we are writers. You will add واو نون at the end to make it a plural. But if it's feminine, they will say نحن كاتبات. ألف تاء at the end to say we are just female writers. If just male writers, they will say نحن كاتبون. And if it's mix, we'll say نحن كاتبون. Our book, كتابنا, this book for 2 or 3 or 10 people, they will say كتابنا. Then we are writing نكتب. نكتب. We add just noon at the beginning. Again, if I am talking to Muhammad or Abdul Rahman, I will tell him أنت كاتب, you are a writer. But if I am talking to Katie or Aliyah, I will say أنت كاتبة, because they are a female. For both of them, I will tell them كتابك, اسمك, بابك, مدينتك, ولايتك. You see, both of them, I will add كاف فتحة for the masculine, and I will add كاف كسرة for the feminine. So for Katie, I will say كتابك. You see, كتابك, بابك, بيتك. For the male, I will tell him أنت تكتب. For the female, I will tell her أنت تكتبين. any question till here? Is it confusing or too much? Or easy? Maybe it's easy. Anyone thinks it's easy? Make me happy.
I think it's a fitting challenge.
Yes. So let me tell you one thing. It's a fact about Arabic language. This language exactly look like math. If you study Arabic language, it's like you are studying math. Math in Arabic language, its name, let me show you. Math, its name Riyadiyat. Just look where it's coming, why I say it's look like math. Riyadiyat has algebra, which is algebra, and it has geometry. This is one dot, guys. Algebra, and it has geometry. Geometry, it is handasa in Arabic language. In reality, math, to be very good in math, you don't need to be smart at all. You just need what? You need to practice it a lot. More and more and more. Practice, exercise. So the word exercise in Arabic language, it is riyada. Riyada, it means exercise in Arabic language. So to go and build muscle, to run better, to heal yourself, whatever, what you should do, riyada, exercise. You cannot do it once, twice, or three. You have to do it a lot, isn't it? So that's why the math in Arabic language, it's named Riyadiyat. Riyadiyat, that means you must exercise it a lot to master it. Arabic language, exactly like math. So believe me, Aliyah, if you, whatever you are saying right now, it's challenging, I agree with you. If I am in your seat, I will say I am confused. But you gave me way better phrase for it. Challenging, that means you will be able to do it. And I'm telling you, you don't need to try to memorize a lot. Of course, it's language you have to memorize, but you need to practice a lot. So, and I'll give you a lot of practice. We're gonna practice in the class. We're gonna practice while we talking. I have a lot of different kind of things we're gonna practice it. But I don't want to sound cocky. I could be cocky in this subject, but honest to God, again, through my student, I developed that. I didn't find this anywhere. In any book, I didn't see anyone teaching it. And I have, again, a student who studied Arabic for 6 years in Arabic school here, and they did not teach them the pronoun this way. I study English here, and that's why my way a little bit I take from my teachers who taught me English the way that. So I will not be able to communicate with you without knowing the pronouns in English. You see how? So this is the basic in the language, the is and are in the language, the do, does, did. So if you leave me and you don't know them, that means I literally just wasted your time and money. That's it. And I gave you good grade and that's it. So I'm going to send you this sheet, and whatever sheet we're going to use today. Anyone has any question? And this is very, very useful one. I'm going to send it and you will love it. And I create to, this is old, to presentation about the attached pronoun or the possessive pronoun. So in Arabic language, we have the attached pronoun and it's different. It's from if you talk to 1 or 2 or 3. And here in this chart, you will see them. So here for plural, sorry, here for plural, here for dual, and here for the singular. Again, I'm sure, Katie, you said you study German. Did they have dual?
I know that there's 3 different versions of the, at least for the different general and stuff,
Okay.
but I don't know about dual necessarily.
Yeah, I think they told me German or another language they have dual.
Probably. They got a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah, I think their language is the closest to Arabic because they have kaf, shin, j. So there is kind of a few letters we use them. For example, Schumacher, the kha, they have it here in English. We don't have it, but in Arabic we do have it. So if you look here, again, if you wanted it, I'm gonna attach this one too. I'm gonna send it to you. So why this keep moving? I don't know. So noon alif, it's mean ours book. Kitabuna, Baytuna, Kaf, Mim, yours. Again, these we're gonna study them as much as we walk, but so far here we study the singular. Mine, yours, if you are masculine, Kaf Fatha and Kaf Kesra. Okay, and for his, it's going to be Ha and Ha Alif for her. Kitabuha. So if we take the word kitab, for example, kitabuna, kitabukum, kitabukun, kitabuhum, kitabuhun, kitabukuma, kitabuhuma, okay? And again, you see here, I add it with word. And here I wrote it, which you need to know it. In Arabic, yes, we use it for plural when you talk to plural. So for example, I'm talking to all of you, I will say darsukum, your class, imtihanukum, your test. But in English, if you talk to or address singular female or male, it doesn't matter. You're gonna use kum. So you will say hadratukum, sa'adatukum. So it's a sign of respect, okay? And so this, I just want you, in case you go to masjid or you go to kind of Arabic occasion and you see someone talking to elderly or someone with kum, that's why they use kum, okay, as a respect. And here I use the word walid. Walid, it means father, okay? Now, write this note if you want. We're gonna come to it later. The word ab, it means father in Arabic language. And the word walid, it means father in Arabic language. And it's not like father and dad, no. It has different meaning. So ab, it means father. He could be your biological father or the one who just take care of you and raise you. He wasn't your biological father. But walid, he must be your biological father. Okay? in case you hear this and this. So, my father, walidi, walidi. Our father, waliduna. Your father, if you are singular masculine, waliduka. Your father, if you are singular feminine, it will be waliduki. Your father, if for dual, it will be walidukuma. Again, we're gonna come to this later, okay? So I'm gonna stop here then, because I don't want you to feel overwhelmed more than you are. And let me see what's here. Again, the ta marbuta, again, it's exactly like what I explained for you, that will attach to the pronoun walida. Walida, it means mother in Arabic language. And it means mother. So you have and you have ab. This is way more used, but those of you who read Quran, you will see this and this. You will see ab and walid, okay? So you will not get confused to know why it's there. So walida, it ends up with ta marbuta. Every time you add any attached pronoun, write it down. This is very important note. Anytime you add any attached pronoun to the adjective or noun for a feminine that end up with ta marbuta, you must open the ta marbuta and make it ta tawila, which is what I am saying. It's exactly here. Here. And what is this? The ta marbuta, which is occur at the end of the feminine noun and adjective, will be rendered into ta tawila when it is attached to pronoun. When it's attached to pronoun, shabab, please don't forget you must open it. So look at walida. Let me make it bigger. Where I can make it bigger, I don't know where. Here. Yep. No, I make it smaller. Okay. Yes, this is better. So walida, now it is walidati. You see, ta fatha. Walidatuna, our mom. Walidatuka and walidatuki. Any question, shabab? Any question? No. Look at this picture. This picture, it has house. What house in Arabic language is Bayt, okay? So to say my house, now I have to make it smaller. I don't think the picture is all showing. Now it's better, I think. So Baytun, we have tanween. We're gonna talk about tanween at the end of the class. Baytun. Bayti, my house. Baytuka, your house. Baytuki, your house. Baytuha, her house. Baytahu, his house. You see how it is? Any question about that?
Can you repeat it one more time?
Which one?
Just the picture in
Okay, and your teacher closed it. Let me go to it again. Where is it? Let me please. This is. So we're gonna practice it with even different noun right now. So Baytun, which is house. My house is Bayti. Your house, if we are talking to Muhammad, we will tell him Baytuke. If I'm talking to Aliyah, I will say Baytuki. If I am talking about Katie, she's not here, I'm talking about her, I will say Baytuha, her house. If I am talking about Abdul Rahman and I want to say his house, Baytahu. So with Abdul Rahman, I need ha, and with Katie, ha alif. This we're gonna come to it later. Now I want Bayti, Baytuna, Baytuki, and Baytuka, and Baytuki. Okay, Shabab, this is with the attached pronoun. And with the separated pronoun, we have Nahnu, which mean we. Antum, you, plural, masculine or mix. Antun, you, plural, feminine. Hum, they, plural, masculine or mix. Hunna, they, plural, just feminine. With dual, antuma, you, two, feminine or masculine. Huma, they, two, masculine or feminine. Both way we use the same one. For the singular, ana, I am. Anta, you, singular, masculine. Anti, you, singular, feminine. Huwa, he, hiya, she. Any question here? Abdul Rahman, if you have a question, you are muted, by the way. No?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, okay. So, and Shabab, please help me if you have any idea how we can make it a little bit easier, because all the time we can. Let me go to day 2. Now I just gonna go to the very end of the page because I want to write a few things. So let's take the word bait. Bait, it means house. And bab, it means door. Kitab, it means book. And ism, it means name. And wilaya, it means state. Medina, it means city. We have talib, it means student. Okay, now let's play this game. I try to push it this way and down. So let's say I have the pronoun ana, and I want the house, every single noun here, I want it to be in the possessive. So my house, My house. And I will ask Sophia, are you there? Yes.
I'm here. I'm here.
So Sophia, can you say my house in Arabic?
I can only say it if you say it with me.
So house is Beit.
Bait.
What you add to the end to make it my house?
That's a great question.
You're gonna add ya, like ism, you said ismi. I know I have a great question. What do you think then?
So bait, yeah?
Beiti now.
Baity.
Beiti, it means my house.
Baity.
Beiti.
So you
So
don't add the ya?
you add the ya. Do you see the ya? I add it. This bait, and I add ya here to make it my house.
But it's pronounced baity.
Beiti. Yeah, because yeah, ye. Beiti.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm still learning the alphabet.
No, that's fine. We're gonna keep learning, but we have to add a little bit to eat as much as possible from this huge feast, Arabic feast. Katie, the one and the only Katie, you have the word bab, and I want you to make it my door, yours, I mean.
Babi.
Babi. Ahsanti. Babi. Without ana. Beiti, my house. Babi, my door. Okay? Now, let me see. Ikram. You have kitab, and I want you to make it my book.
Kitabi.
Afia, ahsanti. Kitabi. Now, Abdurrahman, ism.
Ismina.
اسمي أحسنت اسمي. Okay. Lucy, you have ولاية.
Can you repeat it one more time, please?
We have this word. It is ولاية.
Wilai.
Say it again.
Wilai.
No. You are there, but not there. Let's see, Muhammad.
ولايتي.
أحسنت. Guess what? What happened? Do you remember when we said when there is ta marbuta, open it, make it ta طويلة. So yes, you said wilayah, which is you try to follow exactly what we did here, but here you have ta marbuta, you must open it. So it is wilayati. You see? It's gonna happen again with Medina, and Aliyah will do it, even though she is out of sleep for 2 days.
Madinati.
أحسنتي. أحسنتي. مدينتي. أحسنتي. طالب, and who gonna do it? Adam, you are here. I didn't see you, man.
Yeah, I'm here. I joined
يلا.
later.
يلا حبيبي. Can you do طالب?
Talib. Yeah, Talib.
My student. What you gonna add?
Talibi.
أحسنت. طالبي. Thank you. Okay, guys. So this is with ya, and we're gonna keep doing that again and again. Let's do صديق and صديقة. صديق, it's mean a friend. صديق, it's male friend, and صديقة, female friend. So I'm gonna ask Katie to do صديق.
As in like say my friend.
Yes.
صديقي.
صديقي. أحسنتي. And Sophia gonna do the female friend.
So you said the female friend is Sadiqa?
Yeah, صديقة. And I want you to make it my friend.
Would it be Sad? Okay, this is gonna be a struggle. Sadiqahi?
I love it. I don't wish to fix it, honestly, how much it's so cute. It's very wrong. It's beyond wrong. But the problem is cute. You remind me, I swear, one of the semesters many years ago, I was teaching in person and I have a Mexican beautiful student. This girl, when she read Arabic, she destroy it, but in the most beautiful way. And the student look at me that you don't correct her. And I told them, listen, guys, this is the best part of the whole class. Let her say it the way she likes to say it, how much it's so beautiful and cute. So you remind me of her, I swear.
Wow. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment.
No, take it as a compliment, but follow the right way. Don't follow your way, okay? So
Okay.
let's see, Layla. Yalla, Layla, beautiful, do it.
صديقتي.
عافية بالبنات. صديقتي. Oh, what I wrote it here. Okay, let me fix it. Oh, because there is no space. That's makes sense. So it is صديقتي. Okay, there is no way to stay here. Let me try. Yes, صديقتي. It's
So do
every
you add
single.
sorry, do you add the T to when there's like two vowel sounds like like the ha and the he, and so you
No,
add the T?
listen. No. When you look at the word Habibi, look at it. You have here, you have ta marbuta, feminine. And here you have again ta marbuta, which is a feminine. Every single time, not just now, every single time you have a feminine noun or adjective, that means it's going to end up with ta marbuta, isn't it? We agree on this fact. Every time you attach any attached pronoun, ya, kaf, noon, alif, ha, alif, whatever you add to the noun or adjective that end up with ta marbuta, this ta marbuta, you must open it. No more it's marbuta. Marbuta, it's mean knotted, okay? So first things to do, open the knot, make it ta طويلة, then add whatever attached pronoun you want to add. So this here, it is ta marbuta. It is ta knotted ta. What you did here, it's open it, make it ta طويلة, then you add the attached pronoun ya or whatever attached pronoun.
Okay.
So wilaya, wilayati, Medina, medinati, صديقة, صديقتي.
Okay. I think I'm starting to get it now.
Yeah, no
Thank you
worry.
so much.
Ask me, and any one of you who want extra time. Sometimes I have a student who will never understand anything just in person. So I can meet you anywhere you pick. Just make it close. It's my home. And I can meet you and give you a lesson. Just it has to be in the weekend because I work the whole week. And I come home at 6. After 6, I barely trying to be nice to my kids. So I want to meet you while I'm nice. So anytime you pick in person or online, We pick any time during the day, even if it's around 9 o'clock, 9:30, I can sit a meeting and meet you and go through anything. Okay, so don't worry, guys. Ask a question, ask as much as you want. So is this clear, guys, so far? And so far you hate me just 10%. As much as we're gonna move in the class, the hate is gonna go bigger and be more passionate, but it's fine. Now, if it's نحن, do you remember what the attached pronoun with نحن to be ours? Who remember?
Yeah.
Na, أحسنت. So noon alif to make anything ours. So Muhammad, just because you are here, bait, how you gonna make it our house?
بيتنا.
أحسنت. بيتنا, our house. And let's see who I have. Abdurrahman, bab, how you gonna make it our door?
بحبهما.
Babuna. Say babuna.
بحبنا.
No, there is no ha. There is ba, alif, ba, and ba, bab, and noon alif, babuna.
بابنا.
Ahsant. Say it again.
بابنا.
Ahsant. Okay, babuna. And Adam, just if you can, kitab. Kitab. We have Adam divided between us and his high school. He might escape the scene now. Aliyah. And Aliyah, before I forget, do you know your name is very famous in Arabic country and it's mean the highest?
Yep.
I'm glad. So the one who gave you this name, you have to appreciate them a lot because this name give you a very, very good energy and honor to you.
Thank you.
My pleasure, yeah. Do kitab, how to make it our book.
Kitabuna.
Ahsanti. Kitabuna. Okay. Kitabuna. And ikram. Ism.
اسمنا.
عافية بالبنات. اسمنا. أحسنتي. Wilaya. And Katie gonna do wilaya.
ولايتنا.
عافية. Did you see what she did? She opened the ta marbuta and she said wilayatuna. أحسنتي. Medina, and Layla gonna do Medina. Layla, don't forget there is ta marbuta.
مدينتنا.
أحسنتي. بارك الله فيك. مدينتنا. Now we have Talib and Lucy. Lucy, you're gonna do Talib.
طالبتنا.
Talib. See, there is no ta marbuta. Say, just add the noon alif.
I'm pretty confused. I'm sorry.
This word, do you see it where I am hovering at?
Yes.
Talib. I just want you to make it our student. You said it right, but I somehow heard ta. There is no ta here. So can you say it again?
طالب.
Afiyat. And do it our students. What you gonna add to it?
I'm not sure.
You're gonna add noon alif. Like, look, Medina, Medinatuna, Wilaya, Wilayatuna, our. You see? So طالب, look at the word. طالب. You see this word طالب? It means student, male student. You just add noon alif to make it our student. طالبنا.
Falibuna.
طالبنا. Yes, say it again.
Falibuna.
Does it make sense for you, Lucy?
Kind of, but once I get the handout, I'm going to watch the video and take more notes. Hopefully that'll help.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And now, Muhammad, you're gonna do صديق.
صديقتنا
No,
أو
صديق.
صديقنا.
عافية بابا الرجال. صديقنا. And صوفية, you're gonna do صديقة.
Oh my gosh, my favorite word. Okay.
That's why I kept you there.
Okay, let me try it. صديقتنا.
أحسنتي.
Yes.
صديقتنا. Come on. Be nice to you. صديقتنا. What if NT? You, the singular feminine. This is your home. This is your door. This is your friend. Let's see what you're gonna do. So we're going to start with Muhammad. يلا أبو الرجال. Bait with NT.
بيتك.
عافية أحسنت. بيتك. بيتك. Now, باب. باب. عبد الرحمن, can you do it?
Yeah, I'll try. Bahbaki.
There is no ha or ha. Say babuki.
Barbecue.
أحسنت. babuki. You see? Now, Sophia, can you do kitab?
So it ends in N, so kitabanti, maybe?
No, ki. We add ki. So
Kitabi?
it's going to be, look at me, the word kitab, then you add kaf and kesra. Kitabuki.
Kitabuki.
Do you see what we are doing? Are you looking at the board or not?
I'm looking at the word, but since I'm still learning the letters, it's hard for me to differentiate them.
Okay, so in the first one, the ya, now you know it. With nahnu, you have noon alif. Okay, and with nt, you have the kaf kasra. And my advice for you guys who's still working on the letter, work as much as you can, as fast as you can, so you will not miss anything. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Habibi. Let's go to Adam. Adam, can you do isim? Again, Adam disappear. Aliyah, can you do isim?
اسمك.
Ahsanti. Ismuki.
اسمك.
And Ismuki, let me just fix this one. I put tanween. Ismuki. And Wilaya, Ikram.
Wilayatuki.
Ahsanti. Barakallah beach, Ikram. Medina. And Katie gonna do Medina.
Medina Tuki.
Ahsanti. Barakallah beach. Medina Tuki. And Layla, you're gonna do Talib.
Talibuki.
Ahsanti. Talibuki. أحسنتي. صديق, and I'm gonna go to Lucy. Lucy, صديق, this word. You see it? This word. Yes.
صديقك.
أحسنتي. صديقك. بارك الله فيك. صوفية. صديقة.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's why this is your word, because you said it very well. That's why.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm nervous to even try it.
Okay, now then you're gonna make it even better. So try.
Okay. Wait, so we're making it our friend?
No, yours. You are
Your friend?
talking to Aliyah and you tell her this is your girlfriend. صديقة.
Okay, Sadiqa, and the ending is
كاف كسرة. Look, everyone. كاف كسرة.
okay.
So bear up with me, Sophia, because I want you to learn. صديقة, end up with تاء مربوطة. You will say صديقة to key. What I'm doing.
Sadiqatuki.
I ruined something here. One
I'm
second.
I'm trying.
No, you are right. You said it right. I'm saying about myself.
Oh.
صديقة to key. صديقتك.
Sadiqatuki. Man, it's beautiful, but it's hard.
But believe me, just to practice it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
I trust you.
You have to. There is no any other things. What you can do. So with أنت, we are talking now to masculine singular, and we want him to tell him this is yours. Who can tell me what we add, Ikram? What we add at the end? Yours for masculine.
بيتك.
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 بيتك. أحسنتي. And let's go to, where is محمد? وينك أبو الرجال؟ باب.
بابك.
بابك. أحسنت. And let me hear Lucy. كتاب.
كتابك.
أحسنتي. Look at you. And you are saying I'm still learning.
Some are easier than others.
No, you are doing good, honestly. Just
Thank you.
need to recognize it, honestly. Sophia. اسمه. And you want to tell the male close to you your name.
اسمك.
عافية بالبنات. Look at you when you study. اسمك. And Katie. ولاية.
ولايتك.
أحسنتي. بارك الله فيك. ولايتك. Your state. And now let's see Aliyah. مدينة.
مدينتك.
عافية بالبنات. Without sleep you are doing that. If you get to sleep, what are you gonna do? Where is Ikram? طالب. And you want to say your student.
hold on. طالبك.
طالبك. أحسنتي. طالبك. And let's see عبد الرحمن. صديق.
صديقة.
صديق not صديقة, صديق.
صديق.
صديق. أحسنت. صديقك.
صديقك.
أحسنت. صديقتك, this is something just for Sophia. No one else will do it. Let's go, Sophia.
Okay. Oh wait, didn't Muhammad just do mine?
No, he did another one. No, صديقتك.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So I'm doing صديقها, but the okay, صديقك.
Again.
Oh goodness. صديقك.
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 So listen to me. You know what makes it so tough for you? Moroccan is speaking very good French.
Yes.
So there is, you speak Arabic in a French accent. It's very clear, it's there. That's why it's so beautiful, very feminine. Arabic language is very tough, masculine language, honestly.
Okay.
And guys, those of you who study many languages, you will see the language through personality on the nations that they speak this language. And look at German language. It's so tough, so masculine, so everything there. And look at German people with whatever they do and their history. Arabic is the same. And French is so kind of art, something like bird singing out there. So say صديق.
صديق.
Again, there is a صديق.
صديق.
صديقك.
صديقك.
Yeah. Still the French is there. I can feel it. There is the غ and ه, and I felt it even with Abd al-Rahman, حقيقة. But again, as much as you practice it, you will hear yourself.
Okay.
And honestly, sometimes I speak to people who speak English in a French accent. You can see it. It's out there. Now, so far, is there is any question? No, any question. So I have note. I will not give it to you now when we reach. I don't want you to get confused. And take your last 10 minutes before you hate me. Okay, guys? This time I'm gonna close the mic and the camera. I forget them.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, Shabab, Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام.
عليكم السلام.
I'm going to show you this very beautiful video that's showing you how kind of a small part about Arabic language. So let's watch it.
We can't hear it currently.
You can't hear it?
No, we cannot.
Shabab.
Can't hear it.
Okay.
No, we can't.
Let me see if I take my headphones, if you're gonna hear.
X represents the unknown.
Do you hear now?
Now, I know you learned it in math class, but now it's everywhere in the culture. The X prize.
So let me start from the very beginning.
I have the answer to a question that we've all asked. The question is, why is it that the letter X represents the unknown? Now, I know we learned that in math class, but now it's everywhere in the culture. The X Prize, the X Files, Project X, TEDx. Where'd that come from? About 6 years ago, I decided that I would learn Arabic, which turns out to be a supremely logical language. To write a word or a phrase or a sentence in Arabic is like crafting an equation because every part is extremely precise and carries a lot of information. That's one of the reasons so much of what we've come to think of as Western science and mathematics and engineering was really worked out in the first few centuries of the Common Era by the Persians and the Arabs and the Turks. This includes the little system in Arabic called algebra. And algebra roughly translates to the system for reconciling disparate parts. Algebra finally came into English as algebra. One example among many. The Arabic texts containing this mathematical wisdom finally made their way to Europe, which is to say Spain, in the 11th and 12th century. And when they arrived, there was tremendous interest in translating this wisdom into a European language. But there were problems. One problem is there are some sounds in Arabic that just don't make it through a European voice box without lots of practice. Trust me on that one. Also, those very sounds tend not to be represented by the characters that are available in European languages. Here's one of the culprits. This is the letter sheen, and it makes the sound we think of as SH. It's also the very first letter of the word shay'un, which means something, just like the English word something, some undefined, unknown thing. Now in Arabic, we can make this definite by adding the definite article al. So this is al-shay'un, the unknown thing. And this is a word that appears throughout early mathematics, such as this 10th century derivation of proofs. The problem for the medieval Spanish scholars who were tasked with translating this material is that the letter sheen and the word shay'un can't be rendered into Spanish because Spanish doesn't have that sh, that sh sound. So by convention, they created a rule in which they borrowed the ck sound, the k sound, from the classical Greek in the form of the letter chi. Later, when this material was translated into a common European language, which is to say Latin, they simply replaced the Greek chi with the Latin x. And once that happened, once this material was in Latin, it formed the basis for mathematics textbooks for almost 600 years. But now we have the answer to our question. Why is it that x is the unknown? X is the unknown because you can't say sh in Spanish. And I thought that was worth sharing.
Honestly, me too. I believe this worth sharing, and I found it's yes, it's very, very short video, but it loaded with information, and he put it in a very beautiful way. I don't think even any Arabic speaker can put it in this way. So, any questions, Shabab, so far? Now there is a very, very important subject I want to talk to you about, which is, this is in Arabic. You hear me, guys?
I can hear you, but I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to exit out and come back in because my camera isn't working, and it really took me like 30 seconds to turn this mic on.
Yes.
So I'll just come back in.
Go for it. Do so. Me too. I want to fix my headphone because I hear you from the computer. Okay. I think now the speaker working. I think. Do you hear me, Katie? Okay. Now, this is in Arabic language. Again, in Arabic, everything depends on the number and the gender of whoever you are talking to. So, this is, in English, we said, this is a girl, this is a boy, this is a dog, this is a building. So it's exactly the same this is. And we say they are if we have a group. And then we add it to whatever the number of the group or the gender of them. Again, in Arabic, it has to be either masculine or feminine. So for this is, we say هذا, هذا, and you have in your handout, let me just show you where you're gonna find it in your handout. Here, you will find a little bit about this is, okay? You have it here. So in case I'm gonna explain here, I'm gonna talk with the PowerPoint, but you have your handout, you can write whatever you want. So we say هذا for singular masculine. We say هذه for singular feminine. We say هذان for dual masculine or mix. And we say هاتان for dual feminine. And we say هؤلاء for any plural human being. So هؤلاء, you cannot use it with non-human. So if you want to say these beautiful dogs, chicken, houses, cars, cities, countries, you cannot use هؤلاء. When we're gonna go there, I will tell you what we should use. Now, when you listen to me, you hear me when I said هذا, it's look like this sound. هذا. هذه, it sound like this. هذه. The sound, yes, like that. But you cannot write it like that. So we name it in Arabic language for those of you who read Quran. We name it Alif Qasira. Tiny Alif. You will not see it unless you go and read Quran. There is tiny Alif here. But if you read book or anything, هذا and هذه, you write them this way, but you give me this sound. You cannot write them this way. This is big time wrong. So now, Lucy, I want to hear you say هذا. Where are we? I think, yeah. Lucy, do you hear me, Habibi? She might not back yet. And let's hear Katie.
هذا.
أحسنتي. Say هذه.
هذه.
And Aliyah, say هذا.
هذا.
Say هذه.
هذه.
أحسنتي. And this is just very side note, guys. And this is something every single student know about me. There is, I think, 100 or 200 points for your participation and attendance. So I know there is a student gonna just watch and listen to the recording. I'm being very, very honest. Do never expect me to give you exactly the same grade for attendance that like the student who really come and attend the class. You don't want to come feel free, you listen feel free, but the student who come and participate and sit gonna take full grade. The day you are not here, you lost the grade. And I did it, and I'm proud of doing it, and I will never feel bad. Simply because of the good student. There is students who come and participate, so I will never equal you with them. And the one who come at the beginning of the class and leave at the end, again, it's you like you never attend the class. That's what you're gonna get. Let's keep going. So shabab, remember please, هذا for singular masculine, هذه for singular feminine. Okay, another things, if you are talking about male هذا, so human being هذا, or human being هذه, with هذا you're gonna have هو, which mean he. With هذه you're gonna have هي, which mean she. Okay, so I will say هذه هي إكرام صديقتي, or هذه هي صديقتي إكرام. هذه هي طالبتي كيدي. هذا هو صديقي عبد الرحمن. هذا هو طالبي محمد. Okay, shabab, do I need to repeat it?
Can you say it one more time, please?
Okay, so هذا, which means this is, and هذه, it means this is. هذا come with the singular masculine, and هذه with singular feminine. We can use them for human and non-human. But if I am using them with human, with هذا we use هو. With هذه we use هي. Is that clear? So
Yeah.
I will say هذا هو صديقي محمد, وهذا هو جاري عبد الرحمن. Okay, هذه هي صديقتي علية, and هذه هي صديقتي or جارتي كيدي. Okay, sometimes you need هو or هي, sometimes even you will not use it at all. Okay, so let's practice, and don't hesitate, guys, to stop me and ask any question. And if I am fast, let me know. So this is book. Let's say it's one book. In case any one of you forget how we write book, we write it kitab. Who can tell me, is kitab masculine or feminine? Aliyah.
Masculine. Oh,
masculine. Afia. No, Katie, you good. Kitab masculine. Katie, can you tell me how you know it's masculine?
It doesn't have the ta marbuta at the end.
Ahsanti. Ahsanti. Everyone heard Katie what she said? There is no ta marbuta at the end. And that's why kitab is masculine. So, Katie, if I am talking about one book, is it هذا or هذه?
هذا.
أحسنتي. So we say هذا كتاب. أحسنتي. We have house. Who remember what house in Arabic? We just did it. Sophia, I think you remember. know? Layla, do you know
Bait.
what's house in Bait? أحسنتي. Bait. Layla, do you know if bait masculine or feminine?
Masculine.
أحسنتي. Why?
Because there's no ta marbuta.
Barakallah. So, do we say هذا or هذه?
هذا.
هذا. So we say هذا بيت. أحسنت. This is window. Window in Arabic, it's شباك. شباك. It means window. Ikram, what do you think? شباك masculine or feminine?
Masculine.
أحسنتي. Why?
There's no ta marbuta.
أحسنتي. So what we say? هذا or هذه?
هذا شباك.
هذا شباك. Barakallah. Here we have walid or ab, father. Okay. So this walid, it's very clear, is masculine. Abdurrahman, what we use? هذا or هذه?
هذا.
Barakallah. هذا walid. And this is a teacher, which is in Arabic we can say muallim or mudarris. Let's use muallim. And I'm gonna ask Aliyah. Aliyah, is muallim هذا or هذه?
هذا.
أحسنتي. بارك الله. هذا معلم. And this girl in Arabic, girl is bint. Now you will hate me, you will say, oh, Salwa, there is no ta marbuta. Yes, we have bint, and we have another word, it doesn't has ta marbuta. But bint, it means girl. So what do you think we should use with bint? هذا or هذه?
هذه.
هذه. أحسنت. آدم. هذه بنت. Again, Shabab, in case you get confused because there is no ta marbuta at the end, the meaning of the word, it's enough to tell you it is a feminine noun. Okay? So now let's go to the next slide and see. I don't want to do this. Let's do this. And each slide, guys, we're gonna visit it again and again. Tree, it is shajara in Arabic. So let me write it so you will know, is it masculine or feminine? Shajara. Who tell me what it is, masculine or feminine?
Feminine.
Feminine. Afia Muhammad. So what we use, هذا or هذه?
هذه.
هذه. أحسنت. And this high building in Arabic, it is binaya. Binaya. See, there is ta marbuta. Lucy, are you here? No, yeah. So let's see Sophia. I don't see Sophia. So let's go to Ikram.
Yes, it's feminine.
أحسنتي Sophia. and it's feminine. So what you gonna say, هذا or هذه?
هذه بناية.
أحسنتي. We gonna say هذه بناية. We're gonna visit this PowerPoint again every time we add more things to our knowledge, okay? So what we need to know now is هذا and هذه. We use it for feminine and masculine noun. So now, let me go here. Now, if you look here, a little bit I went too much, but this part we're gonna keep moving it with us a little bit. So I gave you this example for singular and dual and plural. Don't get confused about it. Leave it as it is, and we're gonna work with it later, okay? Because I want you just to focus with singular. So, هذا أبي. This is my dad. أب, dad, and I add يا, my dad. هذه أمي. This is my mom. You can say هذا هو أبي. هذه هي أمي. Okay? Both way, you are right. صديق, which means friend. I will say هذا صديقي. This is my male friend. So I am pointing to Abdul Rahman and I'm saying this is my friend. هذا صديقي. I can say هذا هو صديقي. Okay? I can put it, I can don't put it. But sometimes there is a specific situation I have to put it. So let's say me and Adam, we are not a friend, but I know him. Then Muhammad come and tell me, oh, I was talking to your friend. I told him, who's my friend? He say, Adam. I told him, actually, this is my friend, which is I am pointing to Abdul Rahman. I will tell him, هذا هو صديقي. So I am emphasizing who is a friend for me. Okay? So هذا هو صديقي, and if it's female, هذه هي صديقتي or هذه صديقتي. And I put the noun here for you between two parentheses to see before I add the what's going on. So just to write the translation in your paper. هذا هو أبي. This is my dad. هذه هي أمي. This is my mom. هذا هو صديقي. This is my male friend. هذه هي صديقتي. This is my female friend. هذا جاري. This is my neighbor. Okay. هذا هو جاري. Okay. هذه جارتي. This is my female neighbor. هذه هي جارتي. Is this clear, guys? Any question? Ask Shabab. We good? I keep going? I just feel there is someone has a question. Somehow they can't. Okay. So let's keep going. هذا قطار. قطار, it means train. هذا قطار. هذه سيارة. This is a car. هذا شارع. This is a street. هذه بناية. This is a building. Any question here, Shabab? So you will have, yes, someone want to ask? No? Okay. So you will have long question in the final and even in the midterm, 100% about هذا and هذه. Okay? It's very easy. هذا for masculine, هذه for feminine. هذه, you use it when there is ta marbuta, in case you don't have enough vocabulary, but if you keep building it, we are good. Another, this fun things, because I noticed some of you still their ta, it's not there. Their ha, it's gonna take very long time with you, the ha, and there is qaf for sure. I have 2 students, their qaf is not there. So I wrote just this a few words to show you how when you don't do it well, it's gonna affect your speaking big time. So, قلب, 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 it means heart. كلب, كلب, it means dog. قلب, كلب, قلب, كلب. You see? So the difference, in case one of you fall in love with Arabic person, and instead of you tell him qalb, you tell him kelb. And guess what? Arabic people don't take it easy, the kelb things. Kelb here, we love it, but back home, kelb, that means you're telling him that you are so down, okay? Which I have a story with it. And here we have halaqa, halaqa. Halaqa, it's or his beard, halaqa. And halaka, 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 it means he died. And it's not easy death, it's a tough death. So imagine you want to say someone want to shave, then you want to say he died miserably. Halaqa, halaka. Tab, tab, it means he repented. When you do bad deeds, then you say, no, this is New Year, I will stop doing all this ugly stuff. Tab, tab, repented. And طاب, 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 it means he healed. He healed, like someone was sick, fully sick, and he's not doing good, and now he healed. طاب, تاب, طاب. ساح, ساح. Sah, it's coming two meaning. Mostly it's coming the meaning of melted down. Something melts. The butter, the chocolate, whatever, sah. And sometimes if we say sah, it's the person who, like a tourist who go to different places, do kind of tour around. So we say sah. And sah, he screamed or he yelled at. So sah and sah, sah. Teen, teen, it's the thick the thing that we eat it. Sometimes it's dry, sometimes fresh. So teen, it's the food, the fig. And teen is the mud that we have. So this one is going to be part of your homework that due till next Tuesday. So I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna ask you to read to see what's going on with you. Okay? So قلب كلب قلب كلب حلقة هلك حلقة هلك تاب طاب تاب طاب ساح صاح ساح صاح تين طين تين طين. Now I'm gonna ask Muhammad to read.
قلب كلب حلقة هلكة تاب طاب ساح صاح طين تين and then طين.
أحسنت. And let me see. Adam, are you there? Adam? اختفى Adam again. Let's go to Ikram. Can you read, حبيبي?
Yes. قلب كلب حلقة هلك طاب طاب ساح صاح تين طين.
أحسنتي. Thank you. Katie.
كلب كلب هلكة هلكة
عافية.
طاب طاب
عافية.
صا صال.
No, stay here. Say ساح.
ساح. Sorry. صاح.
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 صح. أحسنتي.
تين طين.
أحسنتي. بارك الله بيك. Where is عبد الرحمن؟ يلا أبو الرجال.
Call.
Say it again.
Calb. Calb.
See, now both of them, I hear them kaf. So you don't have a good luck of any kind of romantic relationship with any Arabic woman, because this is going to be hurtful for her. But let me help you here to have a better luck, okay? Say, qalb.
Kalb.
No. Kalb, it means dog. I want qalb, which means heart.
Kolb.
No. So what I'm gonna ask you, number one, bear up with me, see how we gonna create the qaf in Arabic language. qaf, I want your tongue, the beginning and the middle, we don't need them, we need the back. So the tongue going to feel this way, straight, and this part, which is the end of your tongue, it's going to be straight and go fully back here to your throat and close it. It has to touch, then release air. So qaf, qaf. See, it's better. No, this is still there is air. I don't want to feel any air there. So it is qaf, qaf. Still qaf. However, you're gonna go and practice it more with the video. There is video on Blackboard where the letter generated. So I want you to just see what I'm gonna do. To create the qaf, qa, I need a little bit opening in my mouth, a little bit. Qa, my tongue, the whole mouth, it's relaxed. The tongue will go back, touch everything in the back of my throat, then come this way without, I feel air. There is no feeling of air. Qa, qa. So you will touch with your tongue, the back is gonna come wider, it's like inflamed, and touch the back, the top, and everything in your throat. And you know, sometimes when you have a bottle of Coke or something, and you want to play with it this way with your finger, exactly the same sound. So imagine you are doing that just with your throat. Take it back this way, the whole tongue in the back, close everything and relax. With ka, if you want to say ka, that's what's gonna happen. Number one, your jaw, it's close to each other, but they are not touching. With qa, you need bigger opening, okay? With qaf, I need bigger opening in my jaw. With kaf, I need it to be less opening. It's number one. Number two, with qaf, your tongue going back, close your throat from top and back. When with kaf, in reality, your tongue, the middle of your tongue going to be wider and touch the middle of the upper palate of your mouth. Ka, ka, and there is air. So ka, it's easy because the kaf in K in English, how we say exactly, we say it the same in Arabic. Ka. And you don't need that much opening. Ka. But qa, 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 say it again.
Ka.
Still I hear it kaf. So if you want, I can sit down with you and do the whole letters, but I will ask you to watch the video. If you cannot do it with the video, I am here for you. Okay? So, qalb, say qalb.
Kalb.
Kelb.
Kelb.
See, both of them, you have them kaf. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, and sometimes also the native language of my tongue normally does reflects, I mean, that's
of course,
natural.
100. This is natural. This is a fact. Yeah. Another things I am hearing you saying, the lamb, your lamb, it's an English L. We don't need the English L because you are saying qal, kelb. It is, no, it is qalb, kelb. How you?
Kelb. Okay.
Say il. So your tongue is going to be pointy and touch the front of the back of the front of your teeth in the upper palate. Layla. Say
Layla.
a little bit, make it kind of slimmer.
Layla.
Layla. عافية.
Layla.
Layla. حلق. Say حلقة.
حركة. حركة.
حلقة. It's better than قلب, honestly. هلكة.
حركة.
This is good. Tab.
Tab.
طاب. عافية.
Top.
This is a good one. ساح.
Tab.
ساح. No,
Sa.
say ساح.
Sahab.
No. ساح.
Sahab.
No. Sin alif. Say sa.
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 Sah.
Sahab.
Sah.
Sahab.
There is no eh. There is just sah.
Sah.
Yes. Now say صاح.
Saw.
Teen.
Seen.
Teen.
Teen.
طين.
Point.
No. ط.
Ah.
طي.
Toin.
عافية. طين.
Point.
So please work on them because it's so important for you guys. Okay. Let me hear Aliyah.
Okay. One moment.
Going.
Okay.
Boy, she's still going. Yeah.
Kalb. Kalb. No, I'm sorry.
Say it
That's the
again.
English. Kalb. Kalb.
عافية.
Halak.
عافية.
Halaka.
أحسنتي.
Tab. Tab.
عافية.
Sah.
عافية.
Saw. Teen. Teen.
أحسنتي. أحسنتي. Who else? Kram, you read it, isn't it?
Yes, I read it.
Yeah. Layla. Layla, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
يلا غلط.
قلب. كلب. هلكة. حلكة.
See, here you make your qaf look like kaf. You said the first, say it again, حلقة.
حلقة.
Yes.
حلقة.
عافية.
تاب. طاب.
عافية.
ساح. صاح.
عافية.
تين. طين.
أحسنتي. أحسنتي. So Shabab, this is going to be part of your homework. Now, I'm just gonna read the tanween and I'm gonna tell you a few things about tanween. Tanween is very, very important part in Arabic language. Some of the tanween, it's literally mean the letter A in English. If we say, for example, a boy, or if we see a car, say, I keep saying say, or I say a car, or I say a girl, okay? So this a girl. So is this in Arabic language, when you translate the whole sentence, it's gonna bring you to this tanween. However, the tanween in Arabic language, when you go to the grammar set and the grammar meaning, it's gonna have totally different reason to it. Why we name it tanween? I have 3 different type of tanween. I have tanween al-dhamm, which is tiny wow. You write it this way, oo. Then you bring your pen here and do that. I noticed some Arabic student write it for me this way, double tiny oo. And those students who study in Islamic school, don't write it for me this way. It is right, it's not wrong, but this work just in Quran. This you will never see it in any written formal language or speech or whatever. So do not give me, when I give you homework about tanween, don't write me this tanween. Write me this tanween or this tanween. This tanween, the keyboard's gonna give it to you. But this tanween is the tanween that you're gonna practice writing it. Again, if you
So
look at it, yes,
are we
Habib.
not allowed? Are we not allowed to write the second one? Because I'm used to writing the second one.
You are allowed, but I don't want you to have the habit of writing this one. I want you to practice writing this one if you can, just because the other one has a specific situation in Quran. This way, when you read Quran, this one you will see it in the Quran too. This is written in Quran, and this is one is written in Quran. So in the Quran, those of you who study Islamic study, you will see this tanween and you will see this tanween. And in real life, when you work in any job, you will not use this tanween and you will not see this tanween, because the reason for this one just in Quran, but you will see this one. So if you can catch yourself and write this one, this is better for you practice. If you can't, it's hard for you, I just want you write it, but I will write note for you. Try to practice this one.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Habibi. So why we name them tanween? Do you remember what letter is this? Who tell me what letter is this?
Noon.
Noon. Ahsanti. This is the letter noon. When you say it in your nose. So we name these tanween because they kind of run or put some kind of noon sound on the letter, at the, of course, the last letter in the word. So just see the tanween al-dhamm, and we name it tanween al-dhamm because this is dhamma. Do you remember? Oo. And when we make it tanween, it's going to be on. Tanween al-dhamm. So I'm gonna read now for you. On, bun, tun, thun, jun, hun, khun, dun, dhun, run, zun, sun, shun, sun, dun, dhun, tun, un, ghun, fun, qun, kun, lun, mun, nun, hun, wun, yun. This is tanween al-dham. This you will not use it in a daily life at all. This must be in the formal language. So you will not hear Palestinian, Iraqi, Lebanese, Syrian, Egyptian, or from anywhere use this in a daily live speak, but you will see it in a written textbook or paper, okay? When, this is a few words I put it for you in case you want to see how we write it. Asadun, asadun, lion. Kitabun, kitabun, book. Baytun, baytun, house. Babun, babun, door. خريطة خريطة map. تاج تاج crown. جبنة جبنة which means cheese. Now, this part, not for this homework, for the next one, you will need to record it for me and send it. So we're gonna read it again on Tuesday. But I'm gonna ask Ikram to read it for us.
أسد
عافية
كتاب
عافية
بيت
عافية.
باب قريضة تاج جبنة.
أحسنتي.
Thank you.
And another note, when you see noun and there is on at the end, that means there is more to the word to be said. This is something you will study it with more advanced Arabic, okay? Now we have tanween al-kasr, which is the in. In, again, it's noon, but it come down. Again, this tanween, you will not use it or find it in a daily speak Arabic language with people. This, like the first one, like tanween al-dham, this come for a reason, for place in the sentence, or it's preceded by, for example, a preposition. So it has to take in or kasra or tanween al-kasr. Okay? So I'm gonna read it. In, bin, tin, thin, jin, hin, khin, din, thin, rin, zin. So to the end, you have the in, but I want to go to the words, which I have yedin, which means hand, yed, yedin. So if you don't use the in, still hand is hand, guys. Like the vocab that we took with the on. You take the on away, asad, it's a lion. Asadun, lion too. So it's the same meaning. But these we add them, or you will see them, because specific placement for these words in the sentence. Is that clear or confusing?
Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes, Habibi. So when I give you this word, for example, this group, when I give it to you and you see it with tanween, if you take the tanween al-dham away, still the meaning and the use of the word the same. These tanweens, it's add to the end of the word because of a specific placement for the word inside the sentence. So if you don't use them, it's not wrong. We use them for a specific grammatical situation. We don't use them at all in a daily life. So if Katie saw a house, she say bait. She will not say baytun jamilun, beautiful house, but she will find it written in the formal language, or in any book she will find it, it's written this way. Is that
Sorry,
clear what
why
I'm
is that?
saying? Say it again.
I said, why is that the case?
Okay. In Arabic language, there is a formal and there is a spoken language. Then there is a dialect. And there is, of course, the Quran language. With Quran, you cannot say any word without full quotation in it. Fully, you see the vowels everywhere. Okay, why is that for Quran? Because in Quran, it's a lot of laws, do and don't do. And if they didn't add all these vowels, anyone will translate it the way he likes, the way it's work for him. So when you see in Quran all this quotation, and even with all these quotation in the word, there is a lot of places some people translate it their own way. So imagine if without it. That's number one. Then you have the spoken formal, not the written one, not the Quran one. When I speak with you, if I am Iraqi and I go to Morocco, for example, Morocco, there is no way they will understand Iraqi dialogue. Iraqi people, there is no way will understand Moroccan dialogue, but they will understand both of them very well, the formal Arabic, which we study it now, which we name it Fusha, another name to it. So when I talk to you or to Layla or anyone, I will not add any tanween. I will not add any kind of dhamma or kasra or vowels. Because my speak to you, to Layla, to Ikram, it's easy speak. It's not to speak, it could be taken totally from its meaning. Okay? But you go to written formal, not spoken, written formal Arabic language, you will see you will see the tanween, and you will see some vowels, not all of them. And sometimes you will not see any vowels. Why? It helps you a lot if you are Arabic or non-Arabic to just transform or move from letter to letter easier. So for example, if I tell you say halaq, it's hard, but if I tell you say halaqa, the a make it easy for you to move between the letters. Does this make sense?
Yes.
So, Shabab, tanween, you will read it. You will read it in Quran, you will read it in some books. But in daily life, you will not use it. Even if you speak the Fusha, you will not go to it. You will not hear it from people who are speaking even Fusha, okay? But when you write for academic reason or you go up with your study, you have to know why it's kasra, why it's fatha, why it's dhamma. because there is a rule, specific rule for it. So for example, in Arabic language, all the time, the door is up. We name it marfu'. Marfu', rafa'a, take something up. So in Arabic language, all the time, the door has dhamma. All the time. And more, I don't want to give too much information. It's going to confuse you. So the in, it sounds like ya. In, bin, rin, zin, tin, in, ghin. So this vocabulary, for example, asad, without on. Asad, it means lion. Asadun, it means lion too. Kitab, book. Kitabun, it's book too. It just has on because of wherever it's gonna come in the sentence that's required to carry on. And we come to in. Yedin, yedin, hand. Kursiyin, kursiyin, chair. Aynin, aynin, eye. Thawrin, thawrin, bow. Wardatin, wardatin. Tayrin, tayrin. Saririn, saririn. And the top of all of these, you have the one I love. This tanween al-fatih, in reality, there is a few words in Arabic language in the spoken formal or non-formal or the dialect even. There is a few words you cannot say them without tanween al-fatih. So al-fatih, why we say fatih? Because fatha, you remember we studied the fatha on Thursday? On Tuesday, I'm sorry. So tanween al-fatih, the fatha a, the tanween an. So an, ben, ten, fen, jen, han, khan, den, then, run, zen, sen, shen, sun, dun, then, tan, an, ghan, fen, fan, ken, len, men, nen, hen, wen, yen. It's literally like you are pronouncing noon double time. So from here till here, these words, Baitan, no, it's not with them. Let me take it down. Okay. These, yes, let me take this out. Add them here. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you the meaning of each word. Ahyanan, which means sometimes. Ahyanan. Katie, say ahyanan.
Ahyanan.
Afia. Abdurrahman, say ahyanan.
Yahnan.
No.
Ha.
Say
Ha.
No, just
Ah.
Yes. Ahya.
Yahnan.
No, say ahya.
أحيا.
عافية. Again, say it again. Say أحيا.
أحيا. Sorry. أحيا.
عافية. Say أحيانا.
أحيانا.
See? Say it again. أحيانا.
أحيانا.
Ahsant, which means sometimes. Okay? So practice it as much as you can, guys, around the home. So whatever word you think is difficult, I have one of my students, she did a great job. She will write the words in a sticky note and around the home, and she keep practicing. So أحيانا, it means sometimes. Layla, can you say أحيانا?
أحيانا.
So Shabab, I wish I will finish with you. It's 55. Whoever want to stay with me, stay. Who want to leave, leave it, please. So I'm just gonna read these for you, and don't worry about the homework till I post it. أحيانا حقا قليلا أهلا وسهلا صدقا فعلا بيتا كبيرا هدية جميلة. This is going to be recorded, so look at it as much as you can, and thank you so much for staying with me longer. Any questions, Shabab?